Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 in our European Journeyman series at Bayer Leverkusen. Now today we have got the FIFA Club World Cup final after getting through in the semi-final last time out. This is going to be a live commed game. We're still going to have 4 games per episode in this one as well, so do drop a like on the video if you're excited for this final and happy about the return of 4-match episodes. Last time we did beat Jiangsu 3-0 in a relatively comfortable win. The team seems to have found its scoring boots once again after quite a dry spell at the start of the season. It's led to a lot of consecutive wins. Just the one defeat in there to PSG, but otherwise we're on a fantastic run of form. We want to keep that going and win another piece of silverware against Racing Club, who could be a dangerous opposition for us. We'll then also take on Hamburg SV. We've also got Dortmund away, which is going to be a massive game in the Bundesliga, but that's not until the January transfer window has opened, and then there's Werder Bremen too. So for this match, the team that we're going to put out there is as strong as we can despite the fitness issues that we do have. Up front we're going to have Janssen, Braga and Bernardo Silva with Betty and Havertz in midfield. Then it's Rebolo, El Said, Traub, Arukas and Henriks in the back 5 with Nezovic in goal. Well, we have got the kick-off. Braga sending it forward to Betty. Out wide to El Said, who pushes it down the line, but nothing coming of that early on. It looks like our opponents are a lot more tired than we are. I don't think they're in season at the moment. I think it's their effective summer break right now, and it should give us quite a big advantage. And the ball's come here for Henriks. He then steps into Betty, Braga, into Janssen, beautiful turn, and it's hit the post, I think. Maybe the keeper got a hand to that. That looked a little bit of a weird bounce, but it hasn't gone in the back of the net despite the very good build-up. And now 20 minutes in, we are knocking on the door without quite breaking through. Here's Janssen with a corner though. It's headed away once more. Henriks following up, pushes it out to Rebolo in a good area. Big tackle from Franco there in defence, and Romeo has the ball for Racing Club. Trying to come forward. A bit of a lob over to the other side. Now Suiza. Tackled by Betty very tenaciously, and again he's in there. Bernardo Silva now can maybe create something. He goes back to Betty. What a midfielder here is. Janssen into Henriks. Back to Havertz. Betty again. Back to Janssen. Bernardo Silva turns, shoots, and it's gone in a little bit tamely. There might have been a deflection on that. The keeper probably should have kept it out, but we are 1-0 up in the cup final. Now nearly half an hour gone, and with that lead we are looking quite strong. Their team is completely falling apart fitness wise, which means that we will be able to make some changes, bring some fresh legs on and really have a go at them in the second half. They are already under the cosh, and hopefully we can make it 2-0 here before half time and pretty much kill this final for them. It'll be the first time Leverkusen has ever won this competition, so a little bit more history being made here. Betty onto Braga, now Janssen. Slips it into Rebolo beautifully. He can cut it back across, and there he is. Bernardo Silva for his second makes it 2-0. A beautiful pass and run from Rebolo there, and then just putting it across the front of the goal. And Bernardo Silva gets goal number 10 this season. Well, Racing Club kicking off the second half. They'll be hoping for a comeback, but given their fitness levels, I do not see it coming, to be honest. This could get a little bit like a cricket score if we carry on attacking like we are. Here's Rebolo on the left, trying to put it in, and it is deflected out for a corner straight from kickoff. A real statement of intent from the players. Bernardo Silva puts it into the near post. It comes to Havertz, but his shot is just charged down there. And Suiza able to run the ball out, taking it down the right-hand side. I'm not sure where he's going to go. He's found Paredes though. He then finds Abascal. Back out to Franco. He can put it across, but highlight comes to an end, so nothing coming out of that for them. They've had to use all 3 substitutions already. That is not going to do them any favours. Rebolo picking up the ball. Now Betty into Havertz. Back to El Said. Nice little tippy-tapper football, or tiki-taka football around the defence there. Betty onto Rebolo. Plenty of players over. The team playing a bit lazily at the moment from the looks of it. Bernardo Silva out to Henriks. He can put in a good cross, and he tries. What a ball that was. Braga hitting the woodwork, but that was a beautiful stunted cross on the diagonal there. Nearly creating a goal. Braga maybe should have found the back of the net, but here's a corner from Janssen, and it's just gone wide from Traub, I think. nearly getting that in, but you can see our shot count really starting to go up. The possession is even creeping up as well. Their team are pretty much on their last legs already, and we haven't even made a substitution, although I think Henriks is looking a bit tired, so we may as well just take him on, take him off rather. And I think, I'm not sure who we're going to put back there. It must have to be Schiel. Let's also give Malherbe a little bit of a run around up front for Braga, who's been disappointing today. Still disappointed that we're only 2-0 up, to be honest, given how tired their team is. Even the substitutes they brought on are not quite at high levels of fitness. Havertz now winning another tackle. Betty pushes it into Malherbe. Now Janssen out to Robolo. He then puts it across to Janssen again. Malherbe back heels it to Bernardo Silva, and that was his chance for a hat-trick, just absolutely scuffed wide. I don't know if they're taking it easy on Racing Club, but we really should have had 2 or 3 more at this point. Hitting the woodwork twice didn't help, but the team has to be more clinical than they're being at the moment. Let's take Betty off and bring on Doumbia for a rare appearance. He's not really getting in the team as much as he was last season. But still a very good player, and we do have a lot of very good central midfielders, which is very helpful. We maybe weren't as strong there last season, but we did stay injury free, and that was a key thing. And it looks like we're about to secure another piece of silverware. Carrasco puts the ball in, probably for the last time here from Hidalgo, but El Said away. Malherbe further away, and there is the full-time whistle. A 2-0 win over Racing Club, never really in doubt, and it should have been a lot more. Nearly 30 shots in that game, only getting 2 goals, not really the best. But we do have yet another piece of silverware in the locker, which is very good. 3.84 million for it as well. And there we are, joining the likes of Spurs, Man United, Benfica, PSG, and of course we won this with Monaco not too long ago. But another piece of silverware now in the trophy cabinet. And as you can see now, we have 3 cup competitions and 1 league competition at Bayer Leverkusen, taking our total to 17 cup competitions and 5 league titles. That is not a bad return whatsoever. Well, our final game before the winter break is against Hamburger, just 3 days before Christmas Day, so a little bit late for most European nations. But the team is back to pretty much full fitness after the Club World Cup, which is good. This is obviously the DFB Pokal, so we're looking for a place in the quarterfinals by beating Hamburg, but it is going to be tough. I think the team should be able to carry us through, though. We're on a good winning run, and I want to end this part of the season before the winter break in style. So we're going to be playing with the front 3 that have been doing well recently. Janssen, Braga and Bernardo Silva. Then there's Betty and Havertz in midfield, with Robolo, El Said, Traub and Jensch joining Henriks in the back 5, with Nezovic in goal. Half an hour into the game, we have the first highlight. Bernardo Silva can't quite slip that pass through, and now Hamburg can hit us on the counter-attack. Betty with another crucial tackle in the middle. Janssen into Bernardo Silva, that was a good pass. Betty back onto Janssen. He then finds Robolo beautifully, and Robolo has just absolutely rifled that one into the top corner. He is a very good left wing back, and he is so effective and damaging down that left hand side. Well, it started snowing on the pitch here as Betty comes forward looking for a second before half time. Havertz has it, on to Betty again. He puts it into Janssen. Robolo looking to create something dangerous once more. Braga into Bernardo Silva, but it is just pushed wide by Marua. Bernardo Silva taking the resulting corner, looking in the middle. It's come out to Braga. The keeper was off his line there. Janssen with the strike, and he's made the most of the keeper being a little bit at 6s and 7s there, just left footing that ball into the bottom corner. Only his 4th goal of the season, but they have all come quite recently, and he does look like the player that we wanted him to be when we signed him this summer. Over an hour gone now, and the snow is coming down a little bit heavier. Jensch with the ball forward to Bernardo Silva. Now it's Henriks into Braga, over to the left hand side for Robolo. Now Betty back to Bernardo Silva, beautiful passing across the field. Betty into Janssen. Robolo not quite as wide as he might like, pushed back towards Havertz. Bernardo Silva might try and slip this ball through, instead Havertz has it again. Braga to Janssen, there is the ball into Robolo, who puts it across, and Braga has hit that against Bernardo Silva. I think that's really unfortunate. I thought that was a guaranteed goal when Robolo's just put the ball across the face of the goal. But there we are, losing possession. Robolo not able to keep it. Now Hamburg on the attack with Medina. He goes past one tackle and another, and then he is finally tackled by Betty, who never really gives up. But that's so unfortunate. I think Braga just hitting the ball there against Bernardo Silva, and he could have made it 3-0 and killed this game off for us. Gaudino into Duvet. Tackled by El Said, but Duret's allowed to carry on, and Nezovic with a very good stop there. He's had nothing to do today, but that was heading for the top corner, and he managed to push it over the top. Here is the resulting corner, and Nezovic claims it again. Starting to look a little bit better in goal than he was at the start of this season. And overall, the new signings have really started to gel in a lot better now, especially Janssen and Nezovic, and it's allowing the team to play better as a unit, which is delivering us these results because we've got strong attackers and strong defenders. With a midfield engine like Betty as well, you're always going to do well. And there is another win to see out the first half of the season. Going into that winter break, a very nice little winning run that we've managed to put together, and that puts us into the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal. And now we can have a look at who we might want to strengthen or bring in January, because we're now only lost one game, having won all of the others since the end of October. But the next two games are going to be quite tough against Dortmund and Werder Bremen. Also got a game against Frankfurt before that January transfer window closes. But it's a month now until our next game, so I'm going to crack on with trying to find some players that we might want to bring in, and I'll see you in just a minute. Winter break has come and gone, and we are now at the 21st of January. Over the winter break, we did play two friendlies. We beat UD and Melilla 6-0 away from home, and then we had a really good game, 8-2 win away from home against Ajax, absolutely tearing them apart, with Braga getting 4 and Bernardo Silva a hat-trick as well. Now, unfortunately, we haven't actually made any transfers. I've not been able to identify anybody whatsoever that I can or want to bring into the club, and given the damage that the transfers in the past have done to team morale, I think actually sticking with the team that we've got, not letting anybody go, but also not signing anyone, might be the best option going forward. So we're going to give that a try today. We do have a top of the table clash with Dortmund, and just a reminder, at the moment we've played one game less than the two teams above us. If we win that game in hand, we will be 2 points clear of Dortmund, and if we win this game as well, we do have the chance to go 5 points clear of Dortmund and hopefully knock them out of the title race. But away from home, it's going to be a very, very tough match against them. But the team we're putting out there is very fit. We've got Janssen, Braga and Bernardo Silva up front, with Betty and Havertz, the two in the middle. Then it's Rabollo, El Said, Jensch, Rukas and Henriks in the back five, with Nezovic in goal. Traub at the moment injured, which isn't ideal. He's out for about 2 weeks and then will be coming back. We've also lost Jarlo and Doumbia as well. Jarlo out for 5 months, which is a pretty big one. Doumbia just for a few days. Obviously, we'd already lost Mikolajczak as well, so the team is down quite a bit, which is maybe a case of bringing in a couple of backup players just in case. But at the moment, like I said, I'm not too worried about transfers. I'm mostly focused on trying to get 3 points from this game today. Corner being taken by Borges for Dortmund. Betty heads it away, but it's back in. El Said out again. Murphy looking for Borges, trying to cut inside, but there's a foul there from Rabollo. I don't think it's a serious one, but it's going to give away a free kick in a dangerous area, and Borges is the one over the free kick. He's going to put it in on the cross. Henriks just nods it out quite easily for another corner. Not the most dangerous highlight there, but maybe there'll be something from this corner. Gavazzi is going to take this one. He's put it into the near post, is headed away again. Murphy following up, Gavazzi in, and it's into the side netting, so no real danger in that early attack from Dortmund. Well, over an hour gone now in this game, and there still hasn't been a single shot on target. Not the most entertaining day for the fans whatsoever. We've only really had that one highlight, which was a bit of a non-highlight right at the start of the game, and at the moment I think I'd take a 0-0. There is that danger we could still lose this game, which I am aware of. I'm going to take off Janssen for now. I'm also going to give Douglas Santos a go just because he needs some match fitness, and Rabollo is already on a yellow card. Betty now picking up a yellow card as well doesn't help the situation. But now just 15 minutes left to go, and there has still not been a single shot on target. 9 shots in total in the game from both sides, and yet not one hitting the goal. The keepers have had nothing to do, but here is a highlight, and Bernardo Silva's won the ball for us, which is good. Havertz on to Betty, back to Havertz again. He finds Bernardo Silva. little bit deep for my liking. Betty bringing it forward. Now Braga. What can we do here? Douglas Santos trying to make an impact. Over to Henriks. He puts it across to Betty, into Braga. Betty again, puts it in. Nachtigall's in on goal, and he's found the bottom corner. Nachtigall has done what he did so much last season there, getting a crucial goal at a crucial time. The first shot on target in the game, and he's just lashed it into that near post bottom corner after a brilliant pass and run. And it's 1-0. Here's Bernardo Silva again, another highlight here. El Said, a little bit crowded out by Dortmund players. He better not lose the ball here. He's taking it out to the corner and then loses the ball. It was inevitable, really. I don't know what he thought he was doing or where his teammates were. And here they come with a Yahtzee, and I don't know what that was. That was almost as bad as what El Said did. You can see why they haven't had a shot on target with efforts like that. Just 5 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. It's going to need to be Betty, I think, coming off. We don't have anybody to bring on, though. It's going to have to be Shield, who can come on for Henriks, maybe. Give us a bit more fitness down that right wing back position. We've got just 2 minutes of added time to see out. Here's another highlight though. It's Bernardo Silva to Douglas Santos. Now Betty back to Douglas Santos into Nachtigall, and he's put it just wide. He used the outside of his boot when he should have used the inside. So close there to 2-0 and guaranteeing 3 points, but we are still in a very good position at the moment. 90 seconds left to play. Bernardo Silva on the ball. He's managed to keep it somehow. Havertz to Shield. He then switches it to Douglas Santos very well. Cutting into the middle of the park. Onto Shield. Back over to Douglas Santos. He lays it into Nachtigall. He's in for another chance. And he's put it wide again. He could have had a hat-trick in these last 5 minutes. But we're so close now to getting over this finishing line in a crucial top-of-the-table game. I think this does effectively knock Dortmund out of the title race for my money. Just picking up fouls now, Dortmund. They haven't had a shot on target in their home fixture. When would be the last time that happened to Dortmund? Incredible scenes from the team, showing how good we are at the moment, able to sneak this late goal and then see out the game. We're just pulling in the fouls and letting them run down the clock. Just looking for that full-time whistle. Bernardo Silva puts it into the box one last time. It's headed clear. Betty is the first man to it, and there is the full-time whistle. That is a very, very good win away from home. I'm very proud of the team for that performance straight after the winter break as well, which means that at the top of the table we are now just 1 point behind Bayern Munich, having played the same number of games. Well, the final match of this episode is at home against Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga as we look to get 3 more points in our title challenge. The team is a little bit makeshift at the moment because our midfielders have taken a real hit and Dumier is not quite fit to start at the moment. So Henriks is actually going to play in centre midfield alongside Havertz after Betty picked up a bit of a suspension. And so he will be missing this game. Along the back line, we're going to have Robolo, El Said, Jensch and Rukas with Shield filling in for Henriks. Nezovic is obviously in goal. Havertz is alongside Henriks in midfield. And then it's a magic front three of Janssen, Braga and Bernardo Silva up front. Capek coming forward for Werder Bremen. He does get tackled by Henriks. The ball then sent out wide to Rasmussen, but El Said cleans up and Janssen can make the attacking run. Anton there just cutting the ball over the top out. It had been a little bit higher. He could have been through on goal. Here they come again, Werder Bremen, but Havertz with a very good tackle. Now Janssen into Braga. He's got plenty of players around him. Havertz tries to find Robolo and does. He's in a good position. He puts it inside and Janssen with a beautiful finish into the side of netting of the goal, but the right side of the post. And we have made it 1-0 with a very, very good finish. Llewellyn sends it to Itter and it's come to Janssen. Terrible little free kick from Werder Bremen there, and Janssen still going, but Llewellyn, who I can only assume is Welsh, has won the ball. Here's Janssen, back to Havertz. Janssen again, through to Robolo, in on goal, and it's saved by the keeper, Wellenreuter, I think is how you pronounce his name, I'm not sure. Here is a corner from Braga into the near post, but cleared out by Rasmussen very easily. Robolo with the throw-in. Trying to find Havertz. Rasmussen with another good tackle. He's looked quite good today. Ball has ricocheted back to their defence though. Anton all the way back to the keeper. He's then bringing it forward. Sends it over the top. But El Said wins the header. Havertz onto Braga. Nobody really ahead of him. But there's a brilliant ball to Robolo, who's through on goal again. Trying to cut it back, and he does. What a ball in from Robolo there. He had 2 defenders on him, but still picked out Braga, who was able to find the back of the net. Bernardo Silva with a free kick, and he's put it straight into the top corner for 3-0. A very, very good goal from him there. He's 11th of the season. No messing around from Bernardo Silva, and we are 3-0 up with all three of our strikers getting on the score sheet. Corner taken by Janssen, looking to the back stick. It is headed away. Rukas chasing after it, has the ball, puts it in again, and it's come for Capek, who can launch the counter-attack. He finds Fritsch over the top for Berg-Johan. Good tackle from Jensch there. Now we can counter their counter with Janssen, but he loses the ball. Rasmussen, tackled by Janssen. Now Havertz back to Henriks. He's looking for a pass. Bernardo Silva's there, and that is a beautifully weighted ball for Janssen, who's in on goal and uses the outside of his right foot for 4-0. What a ball from Bernardo Silva that was. Absolutely beautiful to watch and clinically finished by Janssen. We are looking imperious today. Just 20 seconds of added time left here, but we've absolutely crushed Werder Bremen 4-0 on the day. A very good performance, absolutely clinical from our strikers, and just overall good in every single department. Given we had a makeshift midfield as well, it's even more impressive, and that makes it another perfect episode. 2 in a row now, and this one has also seen us pick up some silverware, and we are still just 1 point behind Bayern Munich at the top of the table, so we can be very, very happy with our performance in this episode. And it sees this winning run stretching all the way back to November, come up to the end of January. That's 2 months, although we have had the winter break as well, but it sets us up well for next episode, where hopefully we'll have some easier victories as well. We're going to start off against 17th place Frankfurt, then it's Hamburg, who are 5th, both away from home those matches. Köln are 4th, we're playing them at home though, and then Eintracht Braunschweig in the DFB Pokal quarter-final, so that should hopefully be an easy pass into the semi-final. We've also got Juventus in the Champions League knockout stage, so that is going to be quite a difficult tie to try and get through, but I think we can do it. And at the moment we're looking very, very good, and there's a very good chance of more silverware to come this season, given this winning run that we're on. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you're enjoying this nice streak of green. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for all the latest news about the channel and the series. But until next time, see ya!